was me and my body. Me was composed of stories, of cravings, of strivings, of desires of the future. Me was trying not to be an outcome of my violent past, but the separation that had already occurred between me and my body was a pretty significant outcome. Me was always trying to become something, somebody. Me only existed in the trying. My body was often in the way. Me was a floating head. For years, I actually only wore hats. It was a way of keeping my head attached. It was a way of locating myself. I worried that I took my hat off, I wouldn't be here anymore. I actually had a therapist who once said to me, "Eve, you've been coming here for 2 years, and to be honest, it never occurred to me that you had a body." All this time, I lived in the city because, to be honest, I was afraid of trees. I never had babies because heads cannot give birth. Babies actually don't come out of your mouth. As I had no reference point for my body, I began to ask other women about their bodies, in particular their vaginas, because I thought vaginas were kind of important. This led to me writing the vagina monologues, which led to me obsessively and incessantly talking about vaginas everywhere I could. I did this in front of many strangers. One night on stage, I actually entered my vagina. It was an ecstatic experience. It scared me, it energized me, and then I became a driven person, a driven vagina. I began to see my body like a thing that could move fast, like a thing that could accomplish other things, many things all at once. I began to see my body like an iPad or a car. I would drive it and demand things from it. It had no limits. It was invincible. It was to be conquered and mastered like the earth herself. I didn't heat it. No, I organized it and I directed it. I didn't have patience for my body. I snapped it into shape. I was greedy. I took more than my body had to offer. If I was tired, I drank more espressos. If I was afraid, I went to more dangerous places. Oh, sure, I had moments of appreciation of my body, the way an abusive parent can sometimes have a moment of kindness. My father was really kind to me on my 16th birthday, for example. I heard people murmur from time to time that I should love my body, so I learned how to do this. I was a vegetarian, I was sober, I didn't smoke, but all that was just a more sophisticated way to manipulate my body, a further disassociation like planting a vegetable field on a freeway. As a result of me talking so much about my vagina, many women started to